a 29-27 winner over Plymouth yesterday. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Calvin goes to the friendly skies, a rainmaker, well covered that time by Andover. And I like the play call because if the pass gets intercepted, you're okay with that. It serves as a punt. So Andover's going to take over on downs, 1st and 10. You are watching Northeast Junior High Football League semifinal action. It is the first of 2 games we'll be bringing you today. This is the JV version, and the varsity version will determine which team gets to go play in the league championship game next week at Manchester's Gill Stadium. Under center go the Warriors. Roll out to his right. Has some real estate if he wants to tuck it and go, and he does. Makes a nice move there. Pretty good tackle. And that was Toby Bong, and if Bong's not there, he had to leave his man in coverage, come back and make that play against Andrew Vickers. Vickers had a choice to make, and he made a pretty good one. We do have a flag down on the play. We'll check that flag. I think it's going to be a personal foul against the Cougars. Unnecessary roughness against the defense after the whistle. So those are the things that keep you up at night as a coach. They drive you crazy. You play with emotion, but don't be emotional. And that was the difference there. You know, it's a contact sport. It's a physical game, and sometimes we let our emotions get the best of us. So that's going to bring it 1st and 10. We'll stop the clock, see what conversation is here. The officials will gather, talk this one over. So the official talking with the visiting sideline. They'll head over and have a discussion. There's 41 seconds on the clock. They're saying that has to do with a timeout that was called. We'll see what the official says. All right, thumbs up. So the clock will start on the snap of the football. Shotgun goes through the quarterback's hands. He's got to fall back and retreat. And waiting for him there was a host of Cougar defenders. He nearly slipped out of it, did Vickers. And now another timeout being called by Andover. That is their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining. So as those gale force winds continue to blow. There we go. Steve Cody controls the weather here at Holman Stadium. My goodness, at Stello Stadium, as he turns down the on-field mic volume. All kinds of technology here. I want to thank you all for joining us here. It is Northeast Junior High Football League semifinal action. This is the senior junior varsity team. The varsity team will play at 11 o'clock today to determine which team goes on to Gill Stadium to play in the league championship game next week. Jason Roby calling all the action for you. Steve Cody is the man on the movie pictures. He is at 11 o'clock today to determine which team goes on to Gill Stadium to play in the league championship game next week. Andover huddle, and now back over to the Cougar huddle. Defensively, they're setting up what they want to try to do here. Cougars, of course, trying to preserve their 6-0 lead and take that lead into halftime with them. Andover trying to tie things up and maybe even take the lead on the two-point conversion. Something has to give. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, far side hash. And again, the ball goes through the quarterback's hands. He just kind of throws it off his back foot, and we'll see. Incomplete, clock will stop. Is that an intentional grounding call? And the officials will talk it over. So 3rd and forever once again. Official talking it over with the referee. There's no flag on the field, so I guess they're going to let that one ride. We'll see. Yep. Whistle in mouth, so no call forthcoming. So someone must have been in the area. It'll be a 3rd down. We'll call it 20. Andover will employ twins to the top and bottom of the screen. Shotgun snap, this time taken cleanly. Friendly skies, a rainmaker into double coverage, and another pass that gets intercepted. This time number 7, Isaiah LeBoy, was Johnny on the spot. So the Cougar defense is just dialed in here. They've had a couple of interceptions in this first half. And with the exception of one more timeout, that'll probably do it for the first half. And I think what you're seeing here is Coach Travis might be calling a timeout to talk about ball security, no turnovers. And you might take a bigger chance if you had better field position, but they are down inside their own territory, so live to fight another day. Cougars will get the second half kickoff. So that's another reason why you don't want to gamble here, because you have a lead, you're getting the ball. And you're going to take it into the half with a lead. Of course, easier said than done. This is the site, by the way, of the Division I football championship here in the state of New Hampshire. Stello Stadium will host it. Yours truly will be on the PA system on that game. And it very well could be Nashua South in that game if they can beat the number 1 seed Bedford Bulldogs this weekend. The other semifinal has Salem and Pinkerton. They had some great semifinal matchups back in the early 2000s. All right, handoff off to the left side. And I don't think Andover is going to try to stop the clock, as Hernandez has 2 hands on that ball and he gets tackled. 14 seconds left on the clock. They do not have to snap it. And so that, for all intents and purposes, will do it for the first half of action here from Mata Field at Stello Stadium. It is a 6-0 Nashua advantage over Andover. They'll get the ball when we come back in the second half. We have to go pay some bills, so stay with us. You are watching live on The Highlight Guy.
I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not, cause I can feel my tone when I pull this to the I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like Optimus Prime. I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guide can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguide.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguide.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to Mata Field here at Stello Stadium in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. You are watching Northeast Junior High Football League action. Jason Roby calling all of it for you. Steve, the highlight guy. Cody is the man on the moving pictures. It is semifinal day, and the winner will go on to play at Gill Stadium in Manchester. This is the junior varsity version of this game, so the winner of this game will not go on unless the varsity team wins. So we will have to see how that all plays out. Kickoff is an onside-looking kick. A squibber off to the left side, recovered there by Nashua. They're going to start with pretty good field position, just shy of the 50-yard line. It is just 6-0. It was a fade route to Damian Calvin back in the first quarter. And that is the only score of the game. 6-0 Nashua Cougars. A battle between the 30-yard lines for the most part between these teams. And Andover got here by virtue of their upset win against Bedford last week. And we'll see that varsity team in action at the conclusion of this one. We had some technical difficulties early on, and I think we've worked those out, so appreciate your patience. Trips to the bottom of the screen, little swing route out to the flat is complete. And that is going to be number 29 ripped down. That was Hickey, and he was thrown to the ground with authority by Shane Logan. So second down and 15. They're playing behind the sticks. I like the play call. I just think you have to get north and south. Take what you can get there. Good play defensively by Logan. Motion into the backfield. Handoff. Bong. Going back. Beats the first tackler. Don't block in the back. Well done. Good discipline there. But this time, again, thrown down by number 31. This time it was Benicio Duarte. And a lot of easty-westy early on here. He picked up 5 yards, so it'll set up a third down and 10. We always see a heavy dosage of Hickey and Bong and Calvin. Some Queenan sprinkled in there as well. The quarterback is number 23, David Butler. Good to see him back in the game. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Butler will roll to his right, throw the out route, and in between two receivers, and you can see them looking at each other, which one of us was supposed to be in the area. Neither one of them was. It was a little miscommunication as Hickey and Bong were not where the ball was thrown. So that's going to set up a fourth down and 10. And again, the Cougars will employ trips to the bottom of the screen. Split into the top, shotgun formation. Swing route. And just beyond the outstretched arms of Carter Queenan, so it will be a turnover on downs, and Andover now will get their first possession of the second half. We'll see what they can do. Thank you all for joining us here at Stello Stadium. The clouds are overhead, but they seem to be moving out of the way, give way to the sun. The Nashua River in the background. You can see there on the highlight guide. Beautiful day here at Mata Field at Stello Stadium. If you're looking for something to do, come on down to Stello Stadium and see some Northeast Junior High football action. Twins to the top and bottom. Motion across the formation to trips. They run a little counter play. And the defense sniffed that one out as Duarte tried the right side, and he's slow to get up. Good tackle. There were a couple of Cougars there on the spot to thwart that effort. We're going to get a timeout on the field as Benicio Duarte will come off under his own power, but shaken up just a bit. The coach comes out to check on him, and the coach tells him to take a knee, and Benicio's not having anything of it. He's like, nope, I'm good. I'm coming off the field. tough young man there. They'll wind the clock, and Benicio will have a substitute come in for him. It will be second down. We'll call it 8 for Andover. They fake the speed sweep and run toss instead to the field. Nice move there. Calvin has to bring the man down from behind. That was TNT. I say it was Tonello on the carry. So there's a flag on the field. You can see it at the 45-yard line. They're discussing just what that penalty will be, and it appears that, yeah, it's going to be a block on the back, would be my best guess based on the, yeah, and that's going to be what it is based on the officials' hand signals. It was a block on the back, so that run will go by the boards. It's negated, and there will be a second and long now, call it 17. So the playbook changes ever so slightly when you play behind the sticks. It's amazing how both of these teams are kind of mirroring one another in terms of their style of play and then playing behind the sticks for their first possession of the second half. Two evenly matched clubs, no doubt about it. Twins to the top and bottom, shotgun. They're running that little jail screen, and he breaks a tackle. He's off to the races. Breaks another tackle, finally gets hauled down. I don't know if they're going to say the ball was on the ground. They are. They're going to say it's... He did not point. He said first down. It was first down for Andover is my best guess. Of course, this Andover team, I believe that's Merrimack College colors, Steve, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so good first down play, or good third down play, rather. Little jet sweep off to the left side. He'll see if he can outrun Calvin. He does. Oh, and a good shoulder tackle there by Bong on number 9, TNT. We'll call it Tonello. There is a flag at the 35. So a lot of laundry on the field in the early stages of the third quarter. And it's going to go against Andover once again. So self-inflicted wounds by the Warriors will back them up. Good first down run, good shoulder tackle. Clock will wind. It'll be 1st and 17 again on the 45. Wind picks up a little bit down on the field. The banks of the Nashua River. Andover comes out of the huddle in a 2-by-2 set, shotgun formation. Motion into the boundary. They'll run that speed sweep again. And this time it's going to get stacked up in the backfield. First man on the scene was Toby
Motion
Bong.
into the boundary.
He wrapped up.
They'll run that speed sweep
Good to see
again.
Duarte back in the game.
And this time it's going to get...
And again, apologize for the instant replay snafu. We have some software issues here. We'll have to figure that out. But we appreciate you for taking your Sunday morning, joining us. And Patriots already played Thursday night. Huge win over the Jets. They moved to 9-2. trips to the top of the field, split end to the bottom. Little swing pass. It was backwards pass. It was caught. Great play there. Good play design. And that was 9 on the tackle. Nico Mucci. As the press box appears to be haunted here. Doors swinging open everywhere. He's going to set up a 3rd down and 11 for Andover. Two by two shotgun formation. TNT in the backfield. Motion into the boundary. And a nice play there. It has a seam. Breaks across the formation into the secondary. Down to the 20-yard line. Goes TNT. Tonello finally tackled. But he got down to the 21-yard line, and that will be good. Well, they're going to say it is a Andover 1st down, so that was a huge run. Good blocking up front by the Warriors. And I believe Merrimack is the Warriors as well, Steve. That's why. Those of you watching at home. 2 by 2 formation. Andover. They'll switch the back to the other side. And now, kind of were caught as to what play they wanted to run, but he cuts back across the grain. There's nobody there giving chase. Finally gets knocked out of bounds. And that was big number 32. And, of course, we do not have a name on the roster for number 32 for Andover. So anybody watching at home, if you can give us a shout and let us know who that young man was. That was a fantastic. It looked like it was going to be a sweep. The quarterback decided to throw it overhand. And the young man, 32, caught it, cut back against the grain, and got all the way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal for Andover, trying to tie this game up. Handoff again, goes to 32. He spins out of the first tackle. Gets a little bit of help. It was Calvin and Bong, I believe, on the tackle. So it's going to set up a 2nd and goal from the 3. It's like a little goal line action being installed here for the Cougars. We'll see how they respond. Trying to preserve that 6-0 lead against Andover, but they are threatening. Shotgun. Yeah, we're going to get a timeout called. I'm fairly certain Andover didn't like what they saw, so they want to talk it over. You want to make sure you get this right. Hey, as a nonprofit organization, the Nashua Cougars could not thrive and provide such an incredible experience for the athletes without the generosity of their sponsors. They would like to give a huge Cougar roar to their top sponsors for the 2025 season. Those include Basco Excavation, Lopez Hardwood Floor Services, and Comcast. To all the sponsors not mentioned, the Cougars want you to know they are very thankful for everything you do for them every year to ensure the athletes have everything that they need. Hey, are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, then let the Highlight Guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, we film sporting events, and we live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star, so let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. And by the way, if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so that you can be aware of whenever we schedule a live stream. All right, Andover comes out of the timeout. They break the huddle. They come up to the line. The line of scrimmage is the 3. Quarterback rolling to his right, and a great job. He breaks the first tackle, throws it up into the end zone. Jump ball is incomplete. There were 3 Warriors there who had a chance to come down with it. There were a few Cougars there as well, led by, looked like Isaiah LeBoy. And what a play that was. That was, it looked like it was going to be a quarterback sack. And Andrew Vickers, the quarterback for Andover, spun out of danger, continued to work to his sideline, and just threw up a rainmaker. Nearly found the hands of a Warrior. So this is a huge play here. 3rd down and 3 for the Warriors. Double tight end, double flanker. They're going to hand it off to the outside, and what a play! Ground cannot cause a fumble, but 32 for the Warriors, ripped down on a fantastic play by big number 66, Julian Garcia. And Garcia said, "Garcia later, sir," as he threw him down to the turf. And now, 4th down and goal from the 9. Loss of 6 on the play. A formation we had not seen by Merrimack. Well, Steve, what is that? What is that visual that keeps popping up there? Is that you in a parachute? Every so often I get this parasailing guy. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. You'll watch it back on the highlight guy. Maybe it's the monitor. Maybe it's my monitor, but we're going to get a timeout. Yeah, so it's 6-0 Nashua. 50 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching live on the highlight guy. Nashua with a 6-0 advantage. Every so often, Steve, it'll leave this screen and it'll go to a beautiful scene with a man or a woman in like a parachute parasailing across just a still photo. And I don't know if maybe it's I don't know. Yeah, crazy. Maybe it's the screen. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. I haven't finished my first cup of coffee yet today, so I want to thank you all for watching us live here on the Highlight Guy. Jason Roby and Steve Cody are with you. There it was. It just came and went again. Let us know if you're seeing that or if I'm out of my mind here. There it is. Did you see it? That's not you, is it? Are you parasailing somewhere or skydiving? All right. It's always an adventure here when you bring the highlight guy on board. We have a good time. All right, huge 4th down play coming up here for Andover. Twins to the top and bottom. Shotgun formation. Quarterback will roll to the right. Throws it. Right corner of the end zone. Deep. They jump up for it. It's going to be caught. And what a catch. That was Ethan Rosa, and it was tight coverage by Isaiah LeBoy, and you could see LeBoy timing his jump. He got his hand on the ball, but Rosa came down with it, kept control of it, both feet in bounds, and just like that, with 41 seconds to go in the 3rd frame, we are locked up at 6 apiece. Andover now will try to go for the 2-point conversion in their first lead of the game. Hey, Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for playing lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. All right, Twins to the top and bottom. Motion. Across the formation. Quarterback will keep it. Trying to get the edge to the left side. He'll fight through, and he is in for the 2-point conversion with authority. Followed his interference off to that left side. Powered his way into the end zone. Vickers gives the Warriors a 2-point advantage. It is now 8-6 with 41 seconds to go. So the seal has been broken. The Warriors have found the end zone and a 2-point cushion at the end of this third quarter. So if this is any indication, this one is going to go down to the wire. It's been a huge defensive battle up to this point. And Andover finds himself with a 2-point lead as Matthew Perry will prepare to put his foot into the ball. Perry on the approach, right-footed kick. It is an onside kick. That's a live ball, and it's going to be recovered by Andover. Ethan Rosa, who was on the receiving end of that touchdown, now on the receiving end of the onside kick, and it was a beautiful kick by Matthew Perry. And so now Andover with a chance to milk the clock a little and give themselves a 2-score cushion at the end of the third quarter. 1st and 10 Warriors from the Nashua 40-yard line. Shotgun snap, handoff, 32, fights his way through the interior. And stacked up there by a host of Cougars. And again, we apologize. We have a roster in front of us, and it looks like that was Benji Streeter. So Streeter is number 32. The roster not in numerical order in some ways here, but a nice, tough run by Streeter. And I'm sure if you're the coach, you're telling him, when you get in a scrum like that, both hands on the ball and know when to go down. Because those Cougars were definitely clawing and pawing at it, no doubt. That is going to do it for the third quarter here from Mata Field at Stello Stadium. We are locked in a defensive struggle here. It is an Andover Nashua 8-6 lead for the Warriors from Andover. We will take it to a quick commercial break and be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Hi, this is Terry Queenan from Earth Tech Systems Geothermal. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire today. We just finished putting geothermal in this historical home built in 1937. Let's go in and check it out. We're now inside the house. These are the 2 well lines coming in. There's one 500-foot borehole. This is the piping. This is the flow center that moves the water to the geothermal unit, which is over here. This is a very simple, high-efficiency system made by water furnace. This is the return duct, and we have the unit in place here. This is the water furnace 7 series that's in this home. This is the return air filter. Those are the pipes coming from the non-pressurized flow center. The blower is on the top, the compressor's on the bottom. Very quiet machine. This is a storage tank that makes very warm water. The water goes from this point into an on-demand tankless when there's a call for showers, cooking, etc. So not only is the customer going to save an immense amount of money, they're going from about a $1,300 a year oil bill to be on target right now for about a $300 geothermal bill, and the well is directly under me. If you'd like to learn more, check us out on our website, earthtechsystems.com.
Welcome back to Mata Field here at Stello Stadium. Fourth quarter about to start, and it will be Andover ball on the Nashua 35-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Warriors. Double slot set. And the quarterback loses the ball, and I think he saw green pastures off to his left side, lost the handle briefly. Bong came up and made a good play defensively. Andrew Vickers saw nothing but green pasture in front of him, and he lost the handle, so that's a huge play. That's going to set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 17, close to 18 for Merrimack. I want to thank you all for joining us here on the Highlight Guy. You're watching Northeast Junior High Football League semifinal senior junior varsity action. That is a mouthful. All right, again, that tight double slot formation. Andrew throws it. Oh, and I don't think he was ready for it. It was intended for number 84. And we don't have an 84 on the roster either. I'm looking to see if it's not in numerical order. And I don't. I have a 81 and an 88, but no 84. May have been thrown behind him just a tad off of his right hand. So 4th down and 13. 4th down and 13. My mathematical skills are failing me this morning, as they will in the afternoon and the evening. 2x2 set swing route, and is incomplete. It was going to be that little jailbreak screen look again where they block out on the defender and try to ride that wave. And so now Nashua, with pretty good field position, will take over on downs, 1st and 10. 9:04 to go in this one. The game of the day will be the semifinals of the senior division. Varsity teams between Andover and Nashua. Andover got here by upsetting Bedford a week ago. And Nashua just continues to keep steamrolling through the season. Trips, bunch trips to the bottom of the screen, split end to the top. Friendly Skies on a circle route is complete. And I don't think they're going to catch him, as Bong will go the distance. No flags on the play. And it was a rainmaker. Bong went up, high-pointed that thing, and Toby finds himself in the end zone. And just like that, the Cougars are back on top. He put the Jets on after that reception, and they weren't going to catch him. The defender had an opportunity to knock it down, and it just got beyond his outstretched hand. Good concentration by Toby to haul that pass in. Cougars will attempt to go up by 6 points with this 2-point conversion. Motion. Here comes the quarterback counter. Nice block. Well blocked up front. And I'll tell you right now, you're going to see big number 53 for the Cougars. That was Ronnie Guzman. And Guzman just flattened his defensive counterpart. And that was about as well blocked a play. You'll go back and watch that one on the Highlight Guy replay, and you will see fantastic blocking at the point of attack. So a 6-point advantage for the Cougars. That was a huge 2-point conversion, by the way, because the 2-point conversion at this level is not a gimme. So if Andover were to score, it would be a tie ball game at this point. Am I right on that account? I am. So the score is wrong, Steve, on the. But it's 14. You have 15 on your scoreboard. What a kick. A rainmaker there taken at the 10-yard line. And here comes the return, and a nice tackle there in space. Good tackle. And I think that was Hickey. It was. Nice job of catching that ball, by the way, by number 22, Benjamin Simpson. Score is Nashua 14, Andover 8. Steve Cody suffers from the same mathematical deficiencies as I do. And it'll be 1st and 10, Andover from the 22-yard line. If you've not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so that you can be aware of whenever we have a live stream. Thank you all for joining us here this morning. All right, 2x2 set. Handoff right up the gut. Ball's on the carpet, and I think it's going to be recovered by the Cougars. Julian Garcia may have created that fumble, and he fell on it. 1st and 10 for Nashua. So a sudden change here. String of events has allowed Nashua to now go up potentially by another score. Hey, when you stop into Luke's Bar and Grill, you're stepping into more than just a restaurant. It's a family-owned and operated spot that's been serving the community since 2019. Their motto, it's simple. Never forget where you came from. With a commitment to good food, great service, and giving back, Luke's is where neighbors become friends. Visit them today at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or online at lukesbarandgrill.com. That's Luke's, L-U-K-S, barandgrill.com. They'll try that left side again, and this time it was swallowed up. It was Hickey on the run, and getting good penetration was Shane Logan. Logan just kind of shot that gap and met Hickey in the backfield. The Cougars will take a loss on 1st down. Clock continues to run. Inside of 8:13 in regulation. 2nd down and 14 for the Cougars. It will take their time coming up to the line of scrimmage. Bunch trips to the top of the screen, split end to the bottom. Swing route, nobody out there, and he has a little bit of room to roll. Breaks the first tackle. And that was Hickey again. Finally got run down by one of the linebackers, Rowan Hartwell. But not before getting back to the original line of scrimmage. So we'll set the stage for you. It will be a 3rd down and 10. You'll go for it on 4th down, so you got to get 5 yards per play on average here. There's some math for you. 2x2 formation. Motion. Butler hands it off on the speed sweep, and a flag will come in. I think we're going to get a face mask call. It was Hartwell with good penetration, but I'm relatively certain that's going to be a face mask. We'll check the official in the white hat. And they are facing towards that Andover defense. There it is. So it will be a 1st down for the Cougars. They'll move those sticks. That is a huge penalty, because it was a great job defensively with the exception of grabbing the face mask. Good penetration, bringing him down in the backfield. Just can't grab that helmet, cannot grab that face mask. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They can get a 1st down on this next series of plays. It would need to get down to, we'll call it inside the 3. All right, motion across the formation. There comes that play. Oh, and it was destined for greatness. But unfortunately, the play is going to get stopped. You're going to get a false start against the Cougars, and it was set up beautifully. The quarterback, Butler, was going to follow those 2 kick-out blocks to the left, and was probably at the very least going to get down to the 1st down yardage, if not into the end zone. So it'll be 1st down and 15 from the 16-yard line. Coach Fowler signaling in the play from the sideline. Trips to the top of the field, split end to the bottom. Butler tries to follow those blocks, and good play defensively there. We've said his name a bunch here. That was Rowan Hartwell sticking the quarterback Butler in the hole. Nice form tackle. That'll bring up a 2nd down call it 14. Clock continues to run inside of 5:40 now. We'll see if they take a shot here over the top with Calvin. They're looking his way. It is a rainmaker. Calvin is double covered. They bracket him with two defenders. It looked like 18 and 11. 18 is Max Heman, or Heman rather, Maxwell Heman. And over the top was Shane Logan. They put height on height there behind Calvin. So now it will be a 3rd and 15 for the Cougars. They can get a first down. Got to get down around the 2-yard line to make that happen based on our angle. It's tough to see those sticks down. That's why they always put the sticks on the visitor sideline so that we can see exactly where you have to get to. Tougher angle when you're on the home side. Who's complaining? Little swing pass nearly intercepted. And with that incompletion, the clock will stop. So you could have taken it inside of 5 minutes if the pass was completed. But as it is, the Cougars need something big here to extend this drive. Started off promising, and they had a nice little gap to run through. It was blown dead by a penalty. All right, ace formation, 2x2, motion into the backfield. Speed sweep to the right. They're going to throw it. It's going to be nearly intercepted. Ben Simpson had his mitts on the ball, but he couldn't haul it in, and that's okay. It'll be a turnover on downs anyway for the Warriors. And they are staring at 5:16 left in this one. And they are going to have to go 74 yards to tie this game up. No, 74, 84, 74. There we are. Once again, math skills being employed here by yours truly. 84 yards. What did I say, 74? That's not what I meant. Oh, boy, it's been a long morning. Okay. Twins to the top and bottom. Handoff. Ooh, and the cut may have been another gap to the outside. It was stolen away by Calvin. He just ripped it out of the ball carrier's hands, and he is in the end zone. And that kind of fooled everybody as they're looking at that scrum. The initial handoff, he got vertical north and south quickly. I didn't catch the number. It looked like he could have bounced it out one more gap. But he kept his feet driving, and as a result, Calvin came in and ripped the ball out of the breadbasket. And just like that, it is 20-8 Nashua. So a little more breathing room for the Cougars. And Nashua will call timeout. You want to make sure they get this 2-point play called in correctly. EarthTech Systems is a local premier green heating and cooling technology company. Their goal is to save you time and money. They specialize in geothermal HVAC systems. For your heating or cooling needs, contact the experts at earthtechsystems.com. No install or repair project is too challenging for the experts in green HVAC technology. Again, contact EarthTech Systems at earthtechsystems.com. And hey, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury realtor. She is licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts and can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email deb@thedowgroup.com. Jason Roby and Steve Cody with you here this morning from Stello Stadium, here on the Highlight Guy. And the two-point conversion pass is complete to number 9, Nico Mucci. They faked the play action to the right, and Mucci looked like there were a couple of Warriors in coverage, but Mucci came away with it. And so a little more breathing room for the Cougars as they extend that lead 22-8. That is a 14-point advantage for the Cougars with 5:06 to go in this one. Now they will kick off, and it looks like Jamison Maxwell to do the honors for the Cougars. He does, gets the right foot into it. It's going to drop at about the 34 and go out of bounds. You're going to re-kick it this time, so Wyndham making the Cougars send the kicking team back onto the field. This time they'll tee it up 5 yards further back at the 35-yard line. We know Maxwell's got a pretty good leg. He gave one a ride, the touchdown prior to this last one, so we'll see if Jamison tries to get this one up into the wind here at Stellos. And it is a rainmaker. It'll hang up there, be taken at about the 28. What a tackle there by the kicker, Maxwell. So he followed his own kick down the field. And he made introductions with Benjamin Simpson. I want to stop the clock. For some reason, it was running. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wyndham, or rather, same color scheme as Wyndham. 1st and 10 for Andover from their own 34-yard line. Fours are wild here, fourth quarter, 4:44 to go. And now you have to think Andover pressed into becoming a little more one-dimensional. They need 2 scores to get back into this one. There's that double pass coming. No, it's he'll try to go to the stiff arm, and out of bounds they go, and they've been going at it for quite a bit. Little excessive activity, but that's okay. That was Lucas Hernandez taking down Shane Logan. Good job by Hernandez to not get involved with the extra activity. Pickup of maybe 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. Clock stops with the out-of-bounds play. Twins to the top and bottom. Ball's on the left hash. They faked that little zone draw play, and now taking off will be Andrew. And he will get first down yardage. Vickers faked the zone handoff, looked downfield briefly, and then just took off running. Got the first down. Clock will continue to run, or it should be running. It's not. There we go. 4:18 and counting. Vickers rolls to his right, out of the pocket. He's going to run this one as well. Gets over the 50, down to the 45, bounces off a man. and finally gets tripped up at about the 40-yard line. It was Hickey and Bong combining on the tackle. It'll be a first down. They'll continue to wind the clock. Now Andover is in Nashua territory. 3:50 and counting. We're asking them to hurry. You got a deep route coming. Vickers going to take it again. Nice block at the point of attack. Vickers keeps running. He's past the 30, down to the 25. Keeps his feet. They're finally going to say he was down. I'm not sure if the knee went down, but Vickers rambles all the way down to the 35-yard line. Good individual effort there once he got past the line of scrimmage. Picked up a nice block on the outer edges of the formation. But he stays in bounds, and the clock will continue to run. 3:20 to go. We've seen him perform a successful onside kick. So if they can get it to that point, anything is possible. Shotgun snap. Vickers fakes it. Takes it out to the right. He's got some real estate in front of him. And a nice little form tackle there by Hickey as he came up from outside, forced it back in, and took the legs out from under him. So second down. We'll call it 5. They're going to just, that's all kinds of illegal. As if it was Canada, it may count, but it's going to be a movement by the offense. It's going to be a false start. Yeah, illegal substitution. So they were running a play while kids were still running on and off the field. So take your pick. It's a 5-yard penalty. They'll march Andover back. That's okay. They were going to stop the clock anyway. Now they'll wind it. So a little sense of urgency here on the part of Andover. At least there should be, and there's not. 2:30 to go. Second down and 10. Handoff. Left side. And a great tackle there by number 53, Ronnie Guzman. If not for Guzman, that one may have found itself in the back of the end zone. So timeout called. I think it was called by Andover. It's going to be a third down and 9. 2:16 to go. In this one, it is a 22-8 score in favor of the Nashua Cougars. They were down 8-6 in the third quarter. They were nursing that 6-point lead. Andover came back and took the lead 8-6, and then 2 unanswered touchdowns by the Cougars. Now Andover trying to go the distance here and get within 1 score. They need to just get the opportunity to perform an onside kick. Vickers, pump fake, now goes deep. Got a man all alone just beyond the outstretched arms of number 8, Ethan Rosa. Closest man in coverage was Nico Mucci. And, of course, during that timeout, you're telling your kids, look, if they run the pump fake, we'll let them throw underneath and short all day long at this point. Do not get beat deep. Keep everything in front of you. So here comes the play of the game. It's 4th down and 9. Andover needs to get 9 yards here to keep this drive going. Vickers takes the snap. Couple of steps back. Fires as far as he can. Is going to be underthrown. A flag will come in. 2 flags now. And that interference penalty is going to give Andover a first down. Wow, that's the call of the game right there. And it must be legit because there were flags thrown from either side of the field by the back judge and the side judge. So now Andover playing with a little hop in their step. They have second life. 2:05 to go in this one. Vickers takes a step back, fires it, end zone, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And that should just about do it. Good battle all day long between Lucas Hernandez and Shane Logan. Hernandez getting the better of that one again with the interception. So good matchups, putting height on height. Hernandez hauls it down. And that should just about do it here for the first game of two. You'll have to go back to the YouTube and click on the second game, which will be the senior varsity division semifinal game. So 1:58 to go in this one. We'll see if Andover uses their timeouts. I don't think they will. I think they will concede this one. The one thing I don't like is you're taking 5-yard losses on each snap here. It'd be good if you could get under center and just take a knee and only lose 1 yard, but we'll head inside of 135 and counting on this second down play. And he'll be looking for the official's arm with that 10-second warning. He's got the 10-second warning. And when he starts waving that hand, it'll count down from 5. Did they take a delay of game there? And why is it third down? Oh, they ran a play. I'm sorry. I was looking at the official when they snapped the ball. My mistake. Inside of a minute now, and it appears that Nashua is going to have a come-from-behind victory. They were down 8-6 in the third. They scored 2 unanswered to make it a 22-8 final. They have to snap the ball one more time. And that will do it for the first of 2 games here this morning. The second game coming up, scheduled for 11 o'clock, might be just a little bit past. And both teams now will run to the 50-yard line and show good sportsmanship with one another. And a well-played game by both of these teams. Kudos to them and to their coaching staffs for taking time out of their day. You can see the cheerleaders down there too. Well done by Andover and Nashua. The final here of this one, it's the Nashua Cougar Senior Junior Varsity Team 22 and the Andover Warriors 8. You are watching on the Highlight Guy. Please be sure to join us for the semifinal game that will determine who goes to the championship. It should be all that and a bag of chips coming up for you real soon. Don't you go anywhere. Go to the fridge, get yourself that nice breakfast sandwich maybe. I don't know, I'm thinking about a sausage, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. If anybody out there is listening, would love to get one of those. Cup of coffee, and come back and join us here on the Highlight Guy for what promises to be an outstanding football game. Thanks for joining us here on the Highlight Guy. We'll be right back with game number 2 after these messages.